It's currently 8/6/19, roughly 12:15. Just came from traffic court, and it was like with Dr. Alexandria Michelle Alexandra, saying in her book about how blacks and whites are treated differently in the system. And this is simply alone was traffic court. So you had two individuals that were roughly the same age. It was a white little preppy boy, and his charge was, you know how the street racers, they were in the park or whatever, reckless driving while people were hanging out of the side windows of his car. Even the groups, how you see on the YouTube, was fleeing through the grass, or fleeing and evading the very thing that I was going to court and facing jail time for back in 2015. Fleeing and evading police, and the people that was in his vehicle, he admitted, even though he said he didn't know, supposedly, fuck out of here, they were hanging out of the window as he was doing donuts. So he said, well, I made a mistake, but I'm going to college in the fall and blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, well, this is a very serious charge. Like, I'm thinking like, all right, well, maybe driver's school. All he had to simply say was, I'm going to college. And she said, well, are your parents here? Like, my pop's out there in the waiting room. Oh, that's very responsible. He sent you in here to, as a man, to face your shit. And before she left, she was like, well, make sure that you pay a ticket. He doesn't. But then probably about 2 or 3 cases later, you got the black young boy, roughly the same age. He was, and probably younger, so actually you should have more leniency. He was caught driving without his, he had a driver's permit, and he got caught driving without it. And I guess he was speeding. That's it. So even though he didn't have an operator's license, someone with a license should know better than do his donuts with people hanging out the fucking window and being a part of a crew that is doing felony evading through fucking bushes and shit and fields. So he even stated before, well, I messed up, I apologize, I'm on my way to go to the Air Force, and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, after all that, she sat here and said, well, you gotta convince me that I should take it easy on you. But all the white boy had to sit here and say was, I'm going to college. She didn't say none of the similar things. She said, okay, have a good one. Black boy, he said, I'm fucked up. And he said before she even asked, I completed a driving school. The thing that she should have ordered the white young boy to attend, the black boy took the initiative to complete and get his license and completed driving school. And after saying all of that, she made him defend why he should get leniency. What the fuck? So somebody doing donuts in the car with people hanging out of the car, and that's reckless driving. And not to mention, I'm not sure about him, but he probably was him. But either way, felony evading. But that alone, like, the car could have tipped over, and all the people hanging out of the car could have got fucking killed. And she's talking about, oh, I'm gonna let you go with, like, I was in the back of the court doing like a gesture of slap on the wrist type joint, as she said in the video. And then I didn't even, like, I forgot. Oh yeah, the joint happened when it was a guy who was a CDL driver, and he said his truck was 65 miles per hour. But yeah, it was a rental, so it was doing 85. So I had to go out of the courtroom because I was laughing so hard I didn't want to draw. But then as I went out there and went into the hallway, the white young boy is not only he out the window with his pop, but his pop is the one talking to the clerk and about to write the check for the ticket. So that more proves how the other side gets so much privilege. I sat here and, like, I went to the board because I was taking so long. I was making sure I was in the right courtroom because I was in that joint since like 9 this morning. Just now I'm getting out. It was like 12 something. But I just happened to like the young boy in the background, the pop just sitting there like, how much is it again? About to write the check. And I'm like, damn, this is the very thing she was talking about. How, and then not even, like, fuck the pop paying for it, like, in the court. Like, how do I gotta prove? Well, I just prove why I should get my job. I'm going to the Air Force. So I'm about to, so fuck going to college. I'm about to serve the government and protecting your bitch ass safety so you can continue to stay here and fuck shit up. And on top of that, to show my remorse, I completed driving school. Since the white boy, your dad's learning you responsibility. Since his dad learned so much responsibility, he should have made him like the black boy. He should have made his son go to driving school. But then how did she let him off with just paying the fine and not go to not anything else? And that's the type of people I was dealing with in my old jobs and recently my other job as a dispatch. These are the little preppy ass spoiled brats that you got to deal with, that want to make you want to smack the shit out of them if you ever saw them when you as a driver anyway. I mean, I'm pretty sure other people can testify to that. These spoiled little brats that get everything handed to them, and because mommy and daddy is connected or from the environment they're from, or just because of the color of their skin, they don't get the same judgment as somebody from a more urban or darker skin tone would get. As Mr. Rock said in his stand-up, sentences should be like Walmart. If you can find a cheaper one, we'll match it. Dark Side of Candor.